Boxing is a combat sport in which two people, usually wearing protective gloves and other protective equipment, such as hand wraps and mouth guards, throw punches at each other for a predetermined amount of time in a boxing ring. Check 10 boxing matches of all time. But it is much more than that. The punches thrown at an opponent in round 11 to win the match by knockout bring a certain amount of joy to the watching fans, along with the brilliance of great strategies. Today, I'm going to show you the top 10 best boxing fights ever. Before we start the video, make sure to leave a like. And if you want to see more content, subscribe to the channel. Let's get started. Number 10. James J. Corbett vs. John L. Sullivan, 1892. Boston strongboy James J. Corbett was the last bare-knuckle champion in the sport of boxing, although he fought gloved most of the time. His fall from grace concluded the bare-knuckle era once and for all when challenger John L. Sullivan landed a KO in the 21st round. Yeah, a lot was different back then, and a fight wasn't the traditional 12 rounds we're used to today. Number 9. Andy Bowen vs. Jack Burke, 1893. Close your eyes and imagine fighting a professional boxer for 110 rounds. That's 7 hours and 19 minutes of boxing, the longest boxing match on record, only to have the referee call the finish a no contest. Lightweight fighters Andy Bowen and Jack Burke were stumbling out of their corners and had purportedly lost 10 pounds each during the fight. If there's any fight that shows the won't-quit nature of boxing, it's Bowen versus Burke. Number 8. Ray Robinson vs. Jake LaMotta, 1951. This fight is dubbed the St. Valentine's Day Massacre as it took place on February 14, 1951, says Lauren Keenan, boxer and trainer. He said, "I love this fight because it showcases the heart of a champion, even in defeat." Ray Robinson is widely considered to be, pound for pound, the greatest fighter of all time, and Jake LaMotta also found his way into the Hall of Fame. While Robinson won, LaMotta never hit the mat and took a barrage of punches. The fight had to be stopped even though LaMotta was still standing. He even went on to say, "If the referee had held up another 30 more seconds, Sugar Ray Robinson would have collapsed from hitting me." Number 7. Muhammad Ali vs. Joe Frazier, 1974. I think the Muhammad Ali vs. Joe Frazier fight is one of the most iconic, says Tommy Neff, the boxing director and trainer of the bartender boxing organization. Ali was coming out of prison after 3.5 years for avoiding the draft, and he was going up against the man who won the championship while he was in exile. Both fighters were undefeated, the first time that has ever happened for a heavyweight championship match. Number 6. George Foreman vs. Muhammad Ali, 1974. The fight saw two of the most powerful and iconic boxers of the time, and the sport's history, face off in a match that has been considered the greatest sporting event of the 20th century. That's because Ali, who won by KO in the 8th round, came in as a 4-1 underdog, with Foreman never being beaten. Ali was also a decade older. It's estimated that 1 billion people watched the fight. In 1996, an award-winning documentary was made on this fight alone. Number 5. Sugar Ray Leonard vs. Roberto Durán, 2, 1980. This match is technically 2 back-to-back fights. It started well before the gloves were put on when Roberto Durán threw numerous insults towards Sugar Ray Leonard, which got under his skin and in his head, says the director of marketing for Everybody Fights, Ben Eld. The Hands of Stone bested Leonard, and Durán took the welterweight championship. Then they fought again in another landmark bout. Sugar Ray reverted to his signature style and used his superior speed and footwork to confuse Durán. Leonard even faked the bolo punch by winding up his right hand and then fired off his left jab and caught Durán square in the face. In the 8th round, a frustrated and exhausted Durán turned his back to Leonard, waved his glove, and quit. Number 4. Evander Holyfield vs. Mike Tyson, 2, 1997. You know, this is the bite fight. In June 1997, Mike Tyson II sealed his boxing legacy in one of the most insane fights ever by biting off part of Evander Holyfield's ear. The two heavyweights were sparring for the championship when Tyson went full-on zombie in the third round. He was disqualified and lost his boxing license. Number 3. Arturo Gatti vs. Mark Ward, 2002. Among boxing experts, this trilogy of fights between Arturo Gatti and Micky Ward is considered the 3 greatest fights the sport of boxing has ever seen. It was the most competitive, back-and-forth, brutal fight I've ever seen, says Neff. Neither guy was signed to a big promotion or manager, so they were fighting to put food on their table, and they did not disappoint. After the fight, they shared a hospital room. These fighters went to war with each other 3 times. These fights were famous for being brutal, but also showcasing their heart and spirit. It also showcased mutual admiration and respect for each other. Round 9 of the first fight is what encompasses all that is great in boxing. While they did terrible things to each other in the ring, they remained friends outside of it. Number 2. Floyd Mayweather Jr. vs. Manny Pacquiao, 2015. We probably remember the build-up to this fight more than the fight itself. What was marketed as the fight of the century between champion Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao did become the highest-grossing fight of the century and history. It generated an insane $400 million and 4.6 million pay-per-view buys. Hopes were high, delivery was low. This fight is a lesson in the power of hype and how a lot of modern boxing relies on build-up. Number 1. Deontay Wilder vs. Tyson Fury, 2018 and 2020. Deontay Wilder defended his heavyweight championship against Tyson Fury in an epic fight in late 2018. Both fighters own their unique styles of fighting. Wilder poses possibly the most devastating right hand in the history of the sport, while Fury moves incredibly well for a fighter of his stature. Fury won many of the rounds by moving around, landing punches, and avoiding Wilder's wild right hand. In the 9th round, Wilder finally landed and dropped Fury with a short left hook. Fury was able to survive the round and got back to work in the 10th and 11th rounds. In the 12th round, however, Wilder landed a strong right-left combination which dropped Fury again. Everyone in the arena, including Wilder, thought the fight was over, but Fury got up yet again and began fighting until the end of the fight. While the fight ended in a draw, it brought endless drama, excitement, and courage, capturing the attention of sports fans worldwide. This nail-biting draw was followed up with a rematch in February 2020. Fury's eventual victory is now being hailed as one of the best comeback stories in the boxing world. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications to see more of our future videos. With that said, keep enjoying our videos, and I'll see you in the next video.